Hi and welcome to my channel. So if you are an immigrant in the UK, whether you're working or studying, or indeed you're looking for visa sponsorship while still trying to apply for jobs or looking for a switch, these are very turbulent times because the government has implemented so many changes that have left so many people in a state of confusion and a state of disarray. But if you're still out of the UK, looking for opportunities to relocate to this beautiful, amazing country, then it's very, very crucial that you watch this video till the very end because I'm going to be talking about very important changes and what you should do. And I'm going to talk about one thing in particular, the COS, which is a certificate of sponsorship. What are those companies that are actually actively recruiting at the moment? How do you know that your COS is legit? Because guess what? Thousands of overseas workers in the UK have already received letters and official notification from their UK employers that they will no longer be extending their visas. So these are people that are on visa sponsorship being told by their employers that their visas will no longer be renewed. And so they have been notified to find new employers and switch ASAP. So these are mainly people that relocated to the UK 3 years ago, 2 years ago, or last year. So I'd like you to leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me, where are you watching this video from at the moment? In which country are you at the moment? So that I know and I can provide information that is tailored to your individual needs. Also, I do have a private career coaching program where I offer one-to-one support with visa sponsorship jobs to switch if you're already in the UK. So you're on a dependent visa, you're in domiciliary care, you're looking for a nursing job, you're looking for NHS jobs, you need an employer that is absolutely legit, then I'm your girl. If you check the comment section below, you're going to see my contact details. There's my WhatsApp number. Contact me if you need one-to-one support. Please only contact me if you need one-to-one support from myself, because my coaching program is only for less than 1% of people here, and I don't want you to contact me and you're like, oh Melvis, I don't need support, but I just want to ask information about XYZ, because I've already got all the information on this channel about the jobs and all of that. So check the comment section below and you're going to see those details. If you're also interested in getting a job in the UK, what job are you interested in? You can also drop interested in the comment section below and I'm able to provide those details if you're not able, obviously, to find them. But what is really happening? So the thing is that from this month, obviously, the government has more than doubled the cost that UK employers are supposed to pay to get a COS, which is a certificate of sponsorship, in order to recruit one overseas worker. These are not costs that are usually going to the candidates. These are costs that are paid by the employer. But as we know, there are some unscrupulous UK employers that do charge candidates for this, but obviously it is not legal. That is a whole story in itself, because recently, actually, while we're at it, I had somebody contact me. She had a 10-year ban from the UK because she paid somebody who gave her a COS that was fake. She used it to apply for a UK visa and she was given a 10-year ban from the UK. She had no idea. Well, so she said to me anyway. You need to be very careful right now if you're applying for jobs in the UK, especially if you need visa sponsorship. It is crucial that you're going through the legit process, but most importantly, that you know how to identify anything that is not legal so that you don't end up in trouble. And so leave a comment in the comment section below and say, how do I know a legit job? Because I'm going to share a video and more information about those employers that are legit, which I've shared extensively on here, by the way, and you can just check them out. I'm also going to say that the reason why I'm very passionate about these opportunities, by the way, if you're not aware, I started my UK journey 13 years ago as a carer in a nursing home. I then studied nursing. I've got 2 master's degrees, that I studied. I didn't pay any tuition fees. In fact, for my first master's degree, I was paid over 30,000 per year to study, and my UK employer paid my tuition fees. So my second master's degree, I was paid over £50,000 per year to study, and my UK employer also paid my tuition fees for that. So I'm currently an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing job. So when I'm sat here talking about these opportunities, they are all legit. I want to stress on that, because I have people who are like, Melvis, I've seen this opportunity you've shared. It's saying they're looking for 6,000 people. How is that even possible? Yes, the NHS, which is National Health Service, they've got loads of vacancies at the moment, and that is the employer that you want to be focusing on. You want to make sure that if you want an employer that is legit, you're focusing on that. But I'm gonna be sharing more information with yourself about, those jobs that are offering sponsorship, which ones are entry level, what do they need, the CVs, the qualifications, experiences, the age limit restrictions, and all of that. If you're interested, leave a comment in the comment section below and say, I want NHS jobs. When I see the word, I want NHS jobs, I know that you're very keen, and I'll provide further details to you to ensure that you know exactly the steps you need to take. So that is why I'm very passionate about this. I wouldn't waste your time recording a video like this just to come and tell you a whole lot of crap. These are legit employers, and I urge you to apply for them. In fact, just to put this into context, I get paid a lot of money by UK companies to give career advice, to give talks, and all of that to their employees. So I have very good knowledge about these jobs and these opportunities that I'm talking about. I'm not just regurgitating what I've watched from another YouTube video. Or that I've seen somewhere on TikTok or whatever. No, these are real life opportunities that exist. So leave a comment in the comment section below and say, Melvis, I will apply today. Because these are not things they want to say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. There's no such thing as tomorrow. So what is this biggest change, by the way, that has had such drastic impact, and that employers are now saying to their employees, we will not be renewing your visa. If you're in the UK at the moment working for a private company, you should better be worried and concerned. You should be focusing on, anyway, I can only talk about what I would do. I would definitely be applying for jobs with our employers. And by the way, I don't know if you're aware, I do have a support group that is called the Work From Home Tribe. So this support group is all about helping you to work from home. So work from home jobs that you can do from anywhere in the world, irrespective of your geographical location, how to earn extra money to supplement your income, and just easy ways for you to start making money online from home, and side hustles that you can do. It's a matter of urgency that you're getting started with work from home jobs if this is something you've not considered. So leave a comment in the comment section below and say, I want work from home jobs, and then I'll provide you further details about how to join the work from home tribe. So this is something that is huge. In fact, just to share my own experience with you, I currently earn between 5,000 to 10,000 pounds just from work from home jobs. Some of these companies are not even UK companies. So I can be in the UK and I'm working for a pharmaceutical company, for example, in the US of A, without me needing to relocate. This is the sort of mindset that you need this time and age. It's not about packing your bags, relocation here, write exam here, go here. No. Personally, in the UK, I'm all about maximizing the best opportunities, looking for ways to earn extra income. So from all the things that I do from home with my consulting, I do offer consulting, like I was saying before, to private companies, and I make between £15,000 on average every month from that as well. I have a coaching program, but that's the most time consuming thing that I have. Remember, I was saying at the beginning of this video, only contact me if you need one-to-one support. I do offer coaching services for, nurses. I've got nurses that want to progress into senior positions. There are free nursing courses, by the way, open at the moment. If you're interested, leave a comment in the comment section and say, I want free nursing in the UK, which you better be interested, because they'll pay you over £25,000 per year, pay your tuition fees for you to study nursing for free in the UK without any tuition fees. Applications for that are open at the moment. So I also offer one-to-one support for all of that, getting jobs with the NHS, interview preparation, and all of that. So my private coaching program is obviously paid. It's a very small token, by the way. If you check link in the bio, it's got all the details there. My website, I'm quite open and public about the services that I offer, what they include, and any associated cost. But if you just want free info, I've provided all of that here, as well as my YouTube channel. I've got a lot of information about every single thing I'm talking about. So that my private coaching program, my one-to-one support, is only for the less than 1% of people that I am able to support. Because like I said, it is the most time-consuming thing that I currently do. But it's more because I'm very passionate about these opportunities. And I've got so much information in my brain that I don't want this information to go wasted. I need to share it with you. So when some of you write to me and say, Melvis, you like to talk too much, I'm like, no, I've got too much information. I've got to share it. That's why I'm talking about all of this. So if you're interested in those work from home jobs, earning extra money, and all of that, which you better be, no matter where you are in the world, leave a comment in the comment section below and say work from home tribe, and I'll share the information with you. Now, to put this into context about the change I was talking about, which has been the biggest change that has caused many of the employers to take this action, is that the cost of one COS, which is a certificate of sponsorship, has increased from £239 to £523. Like, this is something that is massive. So it has more than doubled. Now, to put this into context, if like there was one employer actually end of last year, it's a private company, they recruit thousands of overseas workers for a massive chain of nursing homes in the UK. So this employer had put a notice on their website saying that in the last quarter of 2024 they recruited over 15,000 carers from overseas. Now, imagine that if this company paid 200 and three pounds for one COS for one of these people, if they recruit say 10,000 people, it means that they're going to be paying just over 2.3 million pounds. Now, if the same company, so with the government's changes, if that same company is recruiting the same 10,000 people from overseas, instead of paying the 2.3 million pounds that they were paying last year, they will now be expected to pay over 5 million pounds just to get the same 10,000 people. Do you see the impact that that can have on a business? And this is why, with those legit companies, which by the way, in my private coaching program, I only support people who are interested in being part of the process. So you need to apply for the jobs yourself. You need to understand what the job entails. You need to pass the interview, pass the pre-employment checks before you can get a COS. These employers don't charge you anything. That's why I put videos on here and I say free visa sponsorship. That's what I mean. Those employers would not charge you anything, but you're expected to be really good, which means if they only need one person, you need to be the top best for you to get the job. So they don't charge you. But this can be a deterrent for a company to recruit overseas workers. Why? Because your costs are more than doubled. Now, for those companies that are not legit in the first place that charge candidates, they charge ridiculous amounts, but they shouldn't charge them anyway. And this is why the UK government is revoking the licenses for these companies that are charging overseas workers for the COS. And even though the COS only costs just over £200, some employers charge candidates ridiculous amounts of money. I don't deal with any of these things, but these are things that we know because in my coaching program, I support many people who have come to the UK through these employers and they're stranded, they don't have any jobs, and they come to me so I can support them to apply for those jobs because like I say, my private coaching program is only for people who are willing and ready to do the work. If you don't want to do the work, then it's not going to be right for you because getting a job in the UK, I tell you, if you think it's been challenging, it's going to get even more challenging. So if you're in any sector outside of healthcare, you need to be very careful if your visa is going to be expiring anytime soon because many employers have said they will not be renewing those visas because of some of these things. One thing also is that when an employer recruits you, if they give you a visa for 3 years, for example, that's enough time for them to get to know you, for them to get to see how brilliant you are. And if you're not very good, you're not very efficient, you may find that your contract will not be renewed. And this is the reason why being able to work excellently is really, really helpful. Because if you're good at what you do, you're going to realize that people are going to retain you, because if you have an employee that is very good, you're not going to sack them, isn't it? You will keep them. So it's very important to be good and efficient. Leave a comment in the comment section and say I'll be good and efficient. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed here, I want you to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button below, because you want to be the first person that is notified every day when I drop a new video on here. I'm very passionate about career progression in the UK. Now you're here, then what? Now you're in this country. How do you progress to the top so they can earn a lot of money, work less, and get to retire early? So it's very, very important that you're part of this and you don't miss every single information that I share on a daily basis. I also have a free newsletter, by the way. If you check maybe link in the bio or in the comment section below, you're going to see and you're able to join. So it's free to join. And any updates that come up, I send them directly to your amazing inbox. But like I said before, if you check the comment section below, you're going to see my contact details. It's my WhatsApp number, and you can contact me only if you need one-to-one support. Because like I say, I cannot offer one-to-one support to everybody because that is what takes the highest amount of time for me. It's the most stressful thing that I do, but it is what I enjoy the most because I'm passionate about these opportunities, applying for jobs, doing interviews. How do you apply? What should your CV be like? Interview questions and all of that. So it's something that I really do enjoy, even though it's very time consuming, but it's really worthwhile. So have a look at that. Now, when it comes to these legit COS and legit employers, how do you identify them? How do you know which is which? And also, where should you focus if you're still out of the UK? Where do you lie in all of this? The reality of the fact is that the UK cannot stop recruiting overseas workers, not in the near future anyway, because when you look at the state of this country, the fact that 3.9 million Brits have left their jobs and have no intention of going back to work, someone's going to do that job, right? And that's where overseas workers like you and I come in, because we have a very love-hate relationship with the UK, which means they don't want you, but they need to have you. You know, it's that type of a toxic relationship. That's the kind of relationship that is there. And that's why I always say when you get to the UK, you cannot settle for mediocre jobs. You cannot settle for crappy jobs. You cannot settle for low paying jobs. Those jobs are there for you to get started with. But as you're progressing, in the UK, you need to progress to senior positions, get work from home jobs, get the side hustle so that you can be independent and be able to enjoy the privileges that this country has to offer. We cannot work so hard to come to this country. Some people are even going to spend more money to come to the UK than they are ever going to make in this country. It is absolutely ridiculous. So leave a comment in the comment section and say, career progression is for me. So leave a comment in the comment section and say career progression is for me, because that is the only reason, that is the sole purpose why we're coming to this country. So what are those jobs? What are those companies? You need to look out for the video that I'm going to drop on here tomorrow, because I'm going to be talking about these opportunities. What are the jobs offering visa sponsorship today at this point in time? But most importantly, how do you apply? How do you identify whether it's legit or not? And all of that, I'm going to talk about it all. And so, like I said before, if you haven't joined this family, just hit the follow button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because you don't want to miss out any information that I've got on here. Also check out other information that I've got on this channel so that you can be more informed, and then you're able to make kind of more informed choices, really. So I hope that you found this helpful, but I'm going to be sharing those details about more jobs and opportunities. So I do appreciate your time, and do share this video, by the way, with your friends, with your loved ones, so that they're aware of these changes, these updates, and they know exactly what to focus on, because there is nothing worse than focusing on applying for jobs that you're not even eligible for. Worse still, if you need visa sponsorship, you need to be very smart, you need to be very strategic, you need to make sure that you're leaving no stone unturned. So again, check that out.